What's going on, everyone? Aaron here, Clean Cuts Lawn Care. We just got loaded up. It's Monday morning, heading out on the route. Normally we work a full day, Saturday or Sunday. All we did yesterday was we did 4 good-sized properties that are right near the shop that we normally start Saturday or Sunday with. So we worked a half day. We also did one lawn that she called for an estimate on cleaning up 3 beds and wanted her yard mowed with that estimate. We did get the job. Since we had the equipment with us, we went ahead and did the mow, and the job will take place at the end of this week along with another job. So now, I had made a video about this. I don't think I ever posted the video, but I did end up bringing it up in another video. I did quit my job. I no longer work at the tree service, but that was not the plan. All right, that's not how we wanted it to happen, but it's just how it happened, and I'm going to give you a quick rundown of it. I had been there over 4 years, 4.5 years. Me and the owner always had issues. No one can get along with this guy. He can't keep workers. He's just rude. He's disrespectful. He's undermining. The very first day I ever met that guy, I physically threatened him. The first day I ever met him. How he was talking to this other guy, I couldn't believe it was happening. And then he attempted to talk to me in the same manner, and I said, look, dude, you ever talk to me like that, you know, whatever. So 4.5 years, you know, me and him never got along, but oh well, right? I was making good money. I didn't care about that. So it was about 3 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. I'm at a job. Of course, it's just me and him working because the other guy quit, couldn't deal with them. And I was having to get to the jobs every day, set up the whole job site. You know, there's these things called boards. They're the same size as plywood, but they're thick plastic. I would have to get there, lay all the boards down, and he purposely wouldn't show up until I was done setting up the job, and he would always leave before we even started the cleanup and started putting everything away, and just leave me there to do it by myself. And I started getting really pissed off about it. So on this one particular day, I got to the job. I seen where I had to set up, because one side of the house had a fence, and then in the backyard they had expanded their garden bed, and it ran right into a big pine tree. So even if you took a section of the fence off, you couldn't go through there. So I set everything up on the right side of the house. I even started the job, dropped a couple trees, was dragging out brush. He shows up and he's screaming at the top of his lungs about, why did I set up on this side of the house when we can take a section of the fence off? So I'm thinking, like, is there a section of the fence I didn't see? Because you can't get out over there. So, I mean, the customers outside, neighbors are out there watching this. He goes around to the other side of the house, and it's right then that he realizes that we can't go out there. So this huge 5-minute embarrassing scene for nothing. I was right. I had to set up on the other. So then it continued, and he kept running his mouth. I kept telling him, like, look, dude, I'm gonna leave here. Just shut up. Stop talking to me. And he goes, oh, don't worry, once we're done, you can go cut your little lawns. So that was probably the 5th time he had said something to that nature. And that was it. That was it for me. As soon as it came out of his mouth, I knew that day I either had to walk away or deal with the legal consequences of what was to come. Because I'm that kind of person, you know, I'll deal with so much, and then to me there's only one other way to handle it. So I left his truck there, his equipment there. I called my wife. I said, look, you got to come get me. She picked me up, and I said, look, I want to quit and just run the business. If you aren't comfortable with that, tell me now. I'll walk right back down the street and I'll go back to work. And she said, get your stuff in the car, let's go. And that was it. That's what we did. Now that wasn't the plan, because I wanted to buy our second truck before this happened. You know, our more reliable truck. But we're just trying to make it work. We have still been saving all of the grass cutting money towards the other truck, and I've just been out, you know, selling these little side jobs, these property cleanups, bed maintenance, so we still have a paycheck coming in. So, I mean, it seems to be going fine. We've taken on a lot more work. From that time, from the day I quit, we went from 31 properties to 40, it's either 43 or 44 properties. So, and we're not going to keep all of those. I know like 2 of them are only our properties until he sells the houses. So, all right, I got to get out here, start this route. I'm going to take you guys with me, and I just want to go have a good day. All right, this is one here. We call it the garden. You can see right there. This is one that this year she's added some obstacles. Which, I mean, you know, the backyard looks pretty cool. She planted some trees here in the backyard. All that stuff there, you see kind of clumps blowing there. It's there every week. I have no idea where it keeps coming from. Maybe she's pulling, you know, stuff from the cracks and just leaving it. I don't know. But she has piles of debris there all the time. I don't know why she just leaves it there. So that's why you've seen it just getting blown around. It's always in our way. These 2 trees, they're normally always covered up when we get there, so had to cover them back up. And I can tell you, this house wasn't fun this week. hit them with our minimum of $35 per service. And these are the yards that one person can get done in 15 minutes. This is the backyard of that front yard I was talking about. Like I said, I mean, we directly target these yards. Flyers, business cards, things like that. One of my favorite snacks, Austin peanut butter crackers from Walmart. The box comes with 27. Probably just like the best snack for work. And Gatorade. All right, we got another one done here. I think this is number 6 or 7. Might be number 6. And it's about 12:30. When I started, after I started, a car pulled up behind me. And when I came out, I noticed his trunk was open. And then I seen a guy across the street with trimming shears. And he's trimming some shrubs. No gas or electric powered equipment or battery powered equipment, just trimming shears. He's trimming all these shrubs in the front, and then I noticed the trunk was popped open, and he's got a lawnmower, a trimmer, like a weed eater, and I can't tell if it's a blower. So I yelled across and I said, "Hey, is this your setup?" And he said, "Yeah." And man, I told him that's exactly how we started, and I really enjoy seeing that kind of stuff. You know, just guys taking what they have, you know, no complaining, no nothing, and just going out and trying to do it for themselves. Like, I really enjoy seeing that. You know, and I don't, to me, it's not like a, I don't look at people as competition. There's enough work to go around. I mean, there's plenty of work. So I really like seeing stuff like that. Young guy, probably mid-20s or so. So yeah, it's really cool, man. I like seeing that. All right, just finished this one right here. Normally Vicky cuts this one. We normally do it when we work together. But it's another lawn that start to finish I can do myself in 20 minutes. And right in this area that this house is in, that house is in, we have several of those. You know, almost no travel time, you know, 1 to 2 minutes per house, you know, going travel time to the houses. And for 2 of the days a week, I mean, we have those routes, you know. Everything's very close, very tight, 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute travel times. And then we have 2 days where it's not as tight, but it's pretty tight. You know, like we'll get to an area and then have 3 on one street. And then maybe we have to drive 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and have another 3 or 4 right there. So we actually have a lot of sections where we have multiple houses on the same street, on 2 streets, or around a corner or an intersection. So we're very lucky in that regard that, you know, all of our work is so tight. But like I said, there are a couple of days where we have to, you know, do a little traveling to get to a section where we have a lot of stops. So all right, moving on to another one. That was number 7. I wasn't certain. I had to count them. So that was number 7. It is 12:53 right now. I have 3 more that I had on the route for today, but I'm gonna get as many done as I can. I have 2 projects to get done at the end of the week, so whatever I can get done sooner the better. All right. This is how we this is how I fit both mowers on. And I always keep these on the handles. But you hit a bad enough bump, these constantly fall off. So I just have them wrapped up. Use the fuel shut off under there for when I travel. All right, done for the day. Got what is that? Hand cleaners. Got 12 properties done today. It would have been 13, but the last one I did, we have a house across the street. It's the house with that fence, if you've seen the video. It didn't grow at all. The Skag 52. Now this is the older one, it's a SW series. To adjust the blades, you got to take both of these bolts off. You have to have vice grips holding on to the main pin that runs down. So it's just done with spacers, right? These are the spacers, but there's two more on the bottom. So it's not something that you're going to adjust accordingly to every yard, right? You're going to set that adjustment and that's what you're going to mow at. When I was having problems with the noise last week, I was messing around with the height, you know, to see if maybe something was going on there. So I actually left the height a little too low for 2 of the days last week. And when I cut that property, admittedly, I cut it too low. That's why it didn't grow. I mean, nothing happened to it. It didn't brown out or anything like that, but I cut it too low. So at the last property I did, I raised the height with 1 spacer, but taking these off, all of the heads for the main shaft right here going down, they're a little different because they're worn out, right? So each one, you got to adjust your vice grips, right? Well, I didn't have them tight enough on one of them, and as I'm taking off that bolt, the vice grips came off. The hand I was holding the tool with took off, and then this hand, the vice grips smacked against the blade. I don't know if it was the blade or like the sidewall. Hard. I mean, it's happened to me before, but this was a hard one. So hurt my finger pretty good. So that was a weird ending to the day. Not exactly what you're looking for, but yeah, 12 properties got done. The last 2 of them were actually on tomorrow's route, so we're a little bit ahead. That's good. I want to come sharpen all the blades in the morning. You would think that I was adjusting the blades, I would have sharpened them right then and there. Didn't even cross my mind. Guess I was getting a little tired, but it don't matter. I want to sharpen them all in the morning anyway, so it's all good. All right, everyone. If you liked the video, hit like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, let me know everything I'm doing wrong, and keep the edges clean, boys. I'm out.